How did standing your ground against a bad order affect your military career? I was a staff sergeant in Iraq, 2009. 8 years in the Army, solid record, on track for promotion to sergeant first class. Then one mission changed everything. Our company commander was Captain Garrett Pruitt, fresh out of West Point, first deployment, desperate to make a name for himself. Wanted that combat action badge more than anything. We'd been running convoy security for 3 weeks. Boring work, no contact with enemy forces. Pruitt was getting frustrated watching other units see action while we drove trucks. One afternoon, our intelligence officer got a tip about weapons cache in a village called Al-Mashad, supposed to be in an abandoned building on the east side. Pruitt called a mission brief that evening, wanted to hit the location at dawn. Standard raid procedure, but something felt wrong about his plan. We're going in with 2 squads, light vehicles, quick strike, Pruitt announced. In and out before the enemy knows we're there. I raised my hand. Sir, that village has tight streets. If we get ambushed, those light vehicles won't protect us. We should bring the MRAPs. MRAPs are the big armored trucks. Heavy, slow, but bulletproof. Our light vehicles were basically pickup trucks with some armor plates. Pruitt shook his head. MRAPs are too loud, too slow. We need speed and surprise. This is my call, Sergeant. After the brief, I pulled him aside privately. Told him I'd done 3 deployments, seen plenty of villages like this. The tight streets were perfect ambush territory. Sir, I really think we need better protection. This feels like a trap. He got defensive. You questioning my leadership, Sergeant? This mission is happening my way. You're either on board or you're not. That night, I couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about my guys. Specialist Cody Brennan, 20 years old. Private Wade Sutton, just got married before deployment. Corporal Nolan Fletcher, had a baby daughter he'd never met. If I was wrong, I'd look like a coward questioning my commander. If I was right, those kids might not make it home. Next morning at 0500, we're loading up. Light vehicles like Pruitt ordered. My squad looks at me, they can tell something's wrong. I walked up to Pruitt one more time. Sir, I'm formally requesting we use MRAPs for this mission. For the record, his face turned red. Sergeant, you're out of line. Get in your vehicle. That's an order. Here's where I made the decision that ended my career. I turned to my squad. Nobody gets in these vehicles. We're not going on this mission without proper protection. Dead silence. Every soldier in the company stared at me. Pruitt looked like he might explode. Sergeant, you're refusing a direct order? Yes, sir. I'm refusing to take my soldiers into a dangerous situation with inadequate protection. You can write me up, court-martial me, whatever, but I'm not doing it. 2 other squad leaders stepped forward. We're with him, sir. Pruitt had no choice. 3 squad leaders refusing meant he didn't have enough troops for the mission. He called it off, told us we'd all face consequences. I spent the next week in my tent, waiting for the hammer to fall. Expected charges for insubordination. Figured I'd lose my rank, maybe get kicked out entirely. Instead, something else happened. That intelligence tip? Turned out it was false information, planted by insurgents trying to lure us into an ambush. Another company hit a similar target in the same area using light vehicles. Got ambushed exactly like I predicted. 4 soldiers killed, 7 wounded. The tight streets prevented their escape, and the light armor couldn't stop the RPGs. When word reached our battalion commander, he flew out personally to investigate. Called me into his office expecting the worst. Sergeant, Captain Pruitt says you refused a direct order. That's a serious charge. Yes, sir, I did. Wouldn't take my soldiers into danger with wrong equipment. He stared at me for a long minute, then pulled out a report. The mission you refused? Intelligence now confirms it was an enemy trap. The village you would have entered had 15 insurgents waiting. Light vehicles wouldn't have survived. My mouth went dry. I'd been right, but that didn't necessarily mean I was safe. Sergeant, you violated protocol. Chain of command exists for a reason. He paused. But you also saved lives. Your experience and judgment prevented casualties that would have matched what happened to Bravo Company. I didn't know what to say. Captain Pruitt is being reassigned to staff duty. He's got potential but needs more seasoning before leading troops. As for you, you're getting a formal reprimand for refusing orders. It'll go in your file. That reprimand killed my promotion. Didn't make sergeant first class that year, or the next year. Technically, I disobeyed orders regardless of the outcome, but 3 weeks later, Specialist Brennan approached me during chow. Hey Sergeant, my mom wanted me to tell you something. She said thank you for bringing me home alive. She doesn't care about army rules, she's just glad I'm still here. Wade Sutton's wife sent me a card. Nolan Fletcher's baby girl sent a drawing, all thanking me for keeping their family members safe. Took me 4 extra years to make sergeant first class. That reprimand sat in my file like a scarlet letter. Every promotion board saw it. Every new commander questioned my judgment. I retired after 20 years, lower rank than I should have been. But I retired knowing 12 soldiers came home because I stood my ground. Captain Pruitt made colonel eventually. Read about it in the Army Times. No hard feelings. He was young and ambitious, learned from his mistakes. Me? I sleep fine at night. Rather have a reprimand in my file than names on a memorial wall.